Chapter 7 HTML Advanced Features. HTML Hypertext Markup Language codes are a set of instructions or markup elements used to structure and format content on a web page. Learning outcomes. Children will be able to understand the importance of HTML tags, elements and attributes, identify the use of frames and forms in HTML. Neha: Hey Tia, have you ever wondered how web pages are created? Tia: Yeah, I've always been curious about that. Neha: Well, it all starts with HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Tia: HTML? What's that? Neha: HTML is like the language of the internet. It's a set of special codes that web developers use to create web pages. Tia: So, how does it work? Neha: HTML tells the browser what's a heading, a paragraph, an image, a link and more. With HTML, you can create the structure and layout of a web page. Tia: That sounds interesting. Can we learn how to use HTML? Neha: Of course. Learning HTML is like learning a new language. We can start by understanding some basic HTML tags. Tia: Great! Let's dive into the world of HTML. HTML Hypertext Markup Language is a language used to organize and format the elements and information on a web page. It allows for the structured presentation of content, including text in paragraphs, lists with bullet points, and the inclusion of images and data tables. In essence, HTML provides the framework for arranging and displaying web content in an organized manner. Key points. The word hypertext refers to the text which acts as a link. The word markup refers to the symbols that are used to define structure of the text. The markup symbols tell the browser how to display the text and are often called tags. The word language refers to the syntax that is similar to any other language. Fact Corner. HTML was created by Tim Berners-Lee in the year 1990 while he was working at CERN, CERN, European Organization for Nuclear Research in Switzerland. HTML tags and attributes. HTML tag. HTML tag is a command that tells the web browser how to display the text, audio, graphics, or video on a web page. Tags are indicated with a pair of angular brackets. The tag name is specified between the angular brackets. Most of the tags usually occur in pair, the start tag and the closing tag. The start tag is simply the tag name which is enclosed in angular bracket, whereas the closing tag is specified including a /. Some tags are empty, that is, they don't have the closing tag. Tags are not case sensitive. The starting and closing tag name must be the same. For example, B tag, hello, close I tag is invalid as both are different. If you don't specify the angular brackets for a tag, the browser will treat the tag name as a simple text. The tag can also have attributes to provide additional information about the tag to the browser. In HTML, tags are categorized into two main types. 1. Empty tags, self-closing tags. 2. Container tags, paired tags. 1. Pair tags. 2. Unpaired tags. Container tags. These are tags that come in pairs, such as starting tag and an ending tag which enclose content between them. The content can be text, other HTML elements, or a combination of both. Container tags define the beginning and end of an element and are used to structure and format the content within. For example, P tag, H1 tag, body tag, etc. Empty tags. These are tags that do not have any content or text between an opening tag and a closing tag because they don't require a closing tag. They typically stand alone and are used to insert specific elements into a document. Empty tags can have attributes that provide additional information or settings for the HTML element. HTML attributes. HTML attributes are special words used inside the opening tag to control the behavior of the element. Attributes provide extra information about the tags. They always come in pair. That is, syntax attribute underscore name equals value in double quote. We always separate the attribute name and value by equal to sign. A graphical overview of HTML markup syntax shown so far is presented here. Basic tags. The following table shows the basic HTML tags that define the basic web page. Tag description. HTML tag, close HTML tag, specifies the document as a web page. Open head tag, close head tag, specifies the descriptive information about the web documents. Open title tag, close title tag, specifies the title of the web page. Open body tag, close body tag, specifies the body of a web document. The following code shows how to use basic tags. Basic attribute. The following table shows the basic HTML attributes that define the basic web page. Attribute description. Example. BG color. This attribute is used to specify the background color of the web page. If you do not use the background color attribute, then the default background color of the page is white. Example. Body tag BG color equals green in double quote. Text. This attribute is used to specify the color of the text to be. If you do not use the attribute, then the default color of the text is black. Open body tag text equals red in double quote. Background. This attribute is used to specify the path of the image alive to be displayed as background of the web page. When background attribute is used, the background color attribute has no effect. Open body tag background equals c:\waterlilies.jpg close tag. Left margin. This attribute is used to specify the amount of space to be left blank from the left margin of the browser window. Its value is specified in pixels. Open body tag left margin equals 50 in double quotes. Top margin. This attribute is used to specify the amount of space to be left blank from the top margin of the browser window. Its value is the browser window. Its value is specified in pixels. Open body tag top margin equals 60 in double quotes. Code example. Output. Formatting tags. HTML formatting is a process of formatting text to make it look attractive. There are many formatting tags in HTML. The following table shows the HTML tags used for formatting the text. Tag description. Open bold tag, close bold tag, specifies the text as bold. Open EM tag, close EM tag. It is a phrase text. It specifies the emphasized text. Open strong tag, close strong tag. It is a phrase tag. It specifies an important text. Open I tag, close I tag. The content of italic tag is displayed in italic. Open sub tag, close sub tag. Specifies the subscripted text. Open SUP tag, close SUP tag. Defines the superscripted text. Open insert tag, close insert tag, specifies the inserted text. Open delete tag, close delete tag, specifies the deleted text. Open mark tag, close mark tag, specifies the marked text. Examples as shown below. Open strong tag, welcome of India. Open bold tag, World Trade Center. Open emphasis tag, emphasis tag. Open italic tag, italic tag. Open small tag, this is small tag. Open SUB tag, subscript text H2O. Open SUP tag, superscript text A2. Open insert tag, welcome to Bangalore. Open delete tag, what is your name? Open mark tag, this is marked text. Code example. Output. Table tags. HTML table tag is used to display data in tabular form as rows and columns. The following table describes the commonly used table tags. Tag description. Open table tag, close table tag, specifies a table. Open TR tag, close TR tag, specifies a row in the table. Open TH tag, close TH tag, specifies header cell in the table. Open TD tag, close TD tag, specifies the data in a cell of the table. Open caption tag, close caption tag, specifies the table caption. Open call group tag, close call group tag, specifies a group of columns in a table for formatting. The following table describes the commonly used table attributes. Attribute, description, example. Border attribute. This attribute specifies the thickness of the border around the table. The value is specified in pixels. Open table tag, border equals 3 in double quote. Border color. This attribute specifies the color of the border of a table. Open table tag, border color equals blue in double quote. Background color. This attribute specifies the background color of table. Open table tag, BG color equals pink in double quote. Background tag. This attribute specifies the URL of an image file to be displayed as the background of a table. Open table tag, border color equals c:/roses.jpg in double quotes. Width, height tag. This attribute specifies the width or height of a table. The value is specified in pixels or in percentage. Open table tag, width is equal to 100%, height is equal to 200. Attributes of TR tag, TD tag, TH tag. Align. This attribute specifies the horizontal alignment of the text within a cell. The values can be left, right or center. Open TR tag, align equals right in double quote. Background color. This attribute specifies the background color of a row or a data cell. Open TR tag, BG color equals red in double quote. Called span. This attribute specifies the number of columns a data cell should span. This attribute is used with TD tag or the TH tag. Open TD tag, CL span equals 2 in double quote. Code example. Output. List tags. The HTML list tags is used for specifying a list item in ordered, unordered, and menu list. The following table describes the commonly used list tags. Tag description. Open UL tag, close UL tag specifies an unordered list. Open OL tag, close OL tag specifies an ordered list. Open LI tag, close LI tag specifies a list item. Open DL tag, close DL tag specifies a description list. Open DT tag, close DT tag specifies the term in a description list. Open DD tag, close DD tag specifies description of term in a description list. The type attribute in list tag. You can use type attribute. The following are the possible options. The start attribute. You can use start attribute for OL tag to specify the starting point of numbering you need. The following are the possible options. Open OL tag, type equals 1 in double quote, start equals 4 in double quote. Numerals start with 4. Open OL tag, type equals I in double quote, start equal 4 in double quote. Numerals start with IV of 4. Open OL tag, type equals I in double quote, start equals 4 in double quote. Numerals start with IB. Open OL tag, type equals A in double quote, start equals 4 in double quote. Words start with small d. Open OL tag, type equals A in double quote, start equals 4 in double quote. Words start with capital D. Code example with output. Frames. Frames help us to divide the window of the browser into multiple rectangular regions. Each region contains separate HTML web page and each of them works independently. A set of frames in the entire browser is known as frame set. It tells the browser how to divide browser window into frames and the web pages that each has to load. The frames tags. The following table describes the various tags used for creating frames. Tag description. Frame set tag. It is replacement of the body tag. Close frame set tag, normally used in body tag element. Instead, it contains the frame tag element used to add each frame. Open frame tag specifies the content of different frames in a web. Close frame tag, page. Open base tag, close base tag. It is used to set the default target frame in any page that contains links whose contents are displayed in another frame. Code example. The following are the important attributes of frame tag: serial number, attribute and description. 1. src. This attribute is used to give the file name that should be loaded in the frame. Its value can be any URL. For example, src is equal to /html/top_frame.htm in double quote will load an HTML file available in HTML directory. 2. Name. This attribute allows you to give a name to a frame. It is used to indicate which frame a document should be loaded onto. This is especially important when you want to create links in one frame that load pages into another frame. In that case, the second frame needs a name to identify itself as the target of the link. 3. Frame border. This attribute specifies whether or not the borders of that frame are shown. It overrides the value given in the frame border attribute on the frame set tag if 1 is given, and this can take values either 1 yes or 0 no. 4. Margin width. This attribute allows you to specify the width of the space between the left and the right of the borders of the content of the frame and the frame. The value is given in pixels. For example, margin width equals 10 in double quote. 5. Margin height. This attribute allows you to specify the height of the space between the top and bottom of the borders of the frame borders and its contents. The value is given in pixels. For example, margin height equals 10 in double quote. 6. No resize. By default, you can resize any frame by clicking and dragging on the borders of a frame. The no resize attribute prevents a user from being able to resize the frame. For example, no resize equals no resize in double quote. 7. Scrolling. This attribute controls the appearance of the scroll bars that appear on the frame. This takes values either yes in double quotes, no in double quote, or auto in double quote. For example, scrolling equals no in double quote means it should not have scroll bars. 8. Long description. This attribute allows you to provide a link to another page containing a long description of the contents of the frame. For example, long description equals framedescription.htm in double quotes. Forms. Forms are used to input the values. These values are sent to the server for processing. Forms uses input elements such as text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, lists, submit buttons, etc. to enter the data into it. The following table describes the commonly used tags while creating a form. Tag description. Open form tag, close form tag. It is used to create HTML form. Open input tag, close input tag specifies the input field. Open text area, close text area specifies a text area control that allows to enter multi-line text. Open label tag, close label tag specifies the label for an input element. Code example. Form attribute. Apart from common attributes, the following is a list of the most frequently used form attributes. Serial number, attribute and description. 1. Action, backend script ready to process your past data. 2. Method, method to be used to upload data. The most frequently used are get and post methods. 3. Target specifies the target window or frame where the result of the script will be displayed. It takes values like _blank, _self, _parent, etc. Flashback. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML was created by Tim Berners-Lee at CERN. Tags in HTML are categorized as container tags and empty tags. Tags on the basis of opening and closing. Tag is a command that tells the web browser how to display the text, audio, graphics, or video on a web page. Attributes provide extra information about the tags. Formatting tags are used to format the text for better look and feel. Table tag is used to display data in tabular form. List tag is used for specifying a list item. Frames help us to divide the window of the browser into multiple rectangular regions. Forms are used to input the values.